What's going on, guys? Philosopher here, doing another Atrocitus character breakdown. This time I want to focus more so on his special moves. Again, this is a very basic breakdown of the character for beginners like myself, to really help people learn. If you haven't seen the first one, I recommend you go back and check that one. That's really more so focused on the regular moves and his combos and how to find out what's most important to use and in what situations. And again, I'm still learning, so I always appreciate and value any input that people want to add to the conversation and can show me some ways that maybe I overlooked or didn't elaborate on. So if you give me a couple of seconds, I'm going to hop into this and break down some of the special moves on how I think they should or could be used and how maybe some things are being overlooked or just aren't super common sense. I'm trying to find all the things that are common sense to a lot of the higher skill players that aren't common to the beginners, that you just kind of have to figure out on your own a lot of times, and I don't think that necessarily has to be the case when it comes to learning fighting games. So I'm trying to find all those intricate things and start breaking them down. So I'm going to find my stream here and share it out. All this technology is confusing to me. So let me go ahead and put all of his specials on the screen, and we'll go back and we'll talk about some of these things while we're here. How's it going? Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, the chat on the screen just so I can see it and not have to keep looking at the computer screen and have my notes up next to me. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, hey Roach, what's up? Since I'm not playing on ranked, I don't think I need to actually like see all the moves, or see all the like the action. I'll need to see the full screen. How are you doing today, Roach? Okay. So I got my notes open. I'll put my notes in the chat so you guys can see it. So I'll pull up the chat anyway, just so I can share links to anything that I find useful. Also, SageM's done a few character breakdowns. This is where I got the idea from. I felt like he may have overlooked a few things that are like he kept it as basic as he could, but again, I'm super basic. You're here to learn how to fight game. Okay, good. You're in the right place. Man. Okay, so I'm trying to find my own channel here. It's so weird looking for myself. It shouldn't. I don't think there's an easy way to do that. Maybe I'm just an old man and don't know how to use this newfangled technology. I don't know, Roach. I don't know. But let me share my notes just so that you can see what I got here. I'm a note taker. If I don't take notes, then everything I learn is kind of a moot point sometimes, unless I like do it over and over again. But this is just for mainly reference, so I can go back and watch my videos when I forget how to play a character. So there's a link that should work just fine, even if you don't have Evernote, I believe. You can just hit the skip button to make an account. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Other than that, I'm just going to share this link out. If you can share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. Anyone who hops in. Want to get the word out. Another character breakdown. If I can spell Atrocitus or breakdown, brackdown? Hashtag injustice 2. Can't spell worth a shite. Anyhow, let's get to this. Let's do this. Let's do this thing. Alright. So before I went over the combos and the moves, now I want to try to break down some of these special moves and how they can be used. So we have the blood charge. Awesome move, I love it. The only thing that I don't like about it is like if they block it, I just feel like it's like watching a super combo in Marvel. So, okay. So by itself, this move does 107 damage on its own. So that's close to a combo. That's pretty good. Meter burn version can be done really late, by the way. 150. That's more than his 111. More than his 112. It's pretty good damage. It's pretty good damage, and of course you can combo into it, which is obviously the most important part. Something to note about the meter burn version is that you pretty much do it on the last hit. Like, so you can hit confirm that. Don't spam the meter burn. Don't do that. Just do it. Do it on the 5th hit, because you can count the hits. Like, pay attention to what's going on. Like, even if you're listening to the sound, just do the 5th hit plus meter burn. You can hit confirm it. You have plenty of time to see if they're blocking or not. Also, pay attention to that because they can block like the first couple of hits and stop blocking if they don't count the hits. So that's something to take note of. That it is a ridiculously long special move. But in my opinion, I think, you know, paying attention to whether or not they're blocking, it seems like common sense, but it's not. Let's go look at the frame data real quick. Negative 13 on block. Pretty unsafe. But meter burn version is negative or positive 4. And I want to test something out in just a second here. But look at must press R2 at the end of rage chart. So it says it right there. The opponent will take extra damage. Will take damage over time from meter burn charge rage. So let's look at that again. So all the blood moves that he does do damage over time. And you can see that he's like taking 6.93 health. Similar to this move right here, and I think he has one or two other ones that are like that. But I want to put him on block and see if I can meter burn this move. Always blocking. Stay blocking. So you can make that safe. Random. Okay, so it's supposed to be blocking, bro. Oh shit. Well, now you know it can be meter burned. So you don't want to always be doing that. So that's an important thing to note. That's actually good. That's a badass. Oh my goodness. So now we know that. Hey, shut up, Brainiac. No one asked you to wave at me. Whatever you tried to do didn't work. So in certain situations, you can meter burn to make it safe, but they can backdash it, which is pretty cool. And I'm learning a lot. As playing Atrocitus, I'm learning a lot. If I'm fighting an Atrocitus, I know I can backdash now. I know I have the possibility, depending on who I'm playing, to do a special move to do that. Also, that's good. I didn't know that about a special move. We'll go over that too. But already, we've talked about one move for about a good 5 to 10 minutes because there's a lot to catch there. So we know it can be backdash if you're blocking it. We know that we can do the special move. We know it can be made safe as long as we're aware that they don't have full meter. But we do have to be aware that they might actually... it is punishable. It's not 100% safe. So that's something to keep note of. We have the air version, which I assume has similar frame data, but it's going to be a little bit different because of the fact that you're in the air. So you can make it safe by meter burning, but again, it's kind of wonky because it is in the air. Can I make him jump? Okay. So let me see here. Oh, another thing to note is that I'm pretty sure it's cancelable in the air, so I can do... oh, no. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, so you can actually do a normal air attack and then cancel into his blood charge, his air blood charge. So that's important to note because you could do something. I don't know why you would in this certain situation, but you could, in theory, knock them back and do something like that. And if you land it correctly, I don't know what his best air move is. Might be that right there. Yeah, that looks good. and then a lot of corner carry right there. Versus, let's see here. Just as good corner carry, if not more, but I'm way over here, he's way over there. Whereas, whoops. I'm right on top of him, and I can do like one advancing string and get back over there. I think I missed that. No, I got it. And then, yeah, so I can do a mix-up because I have like an advancing string, and then that's the overheads, and then I could cancel that. So if you watch the previous video, then you know all that stuff. So, anywho, so I think we pretty much covered his blood charges. Those are really useful. But really dangerous as well. So you want to, I think it's best used only in a hit confirm. You never want to raw do this move. Like, you shouldn't do that. You should only be doing it. It comboed. Okay. Cool. Landed it. Alright. So, anywho, Blood NATO. Next move. That is down back 1. Frame data, I'm assuming, is probably not safe. Let's see. Yeah, -40. So never be careful when using this move. I'm not going to say never do it raw because it's an useful move. It is a low, so be aware of that. It is a low move, so if people are standing, if you're noticing they're stand blocking a lot, this is great for zoning characters, especially when you combine it with his meter burn version. And I wish I was more knowledgeable with this character because I don't know how to make it useful from full screen unless I'm using Dexstar, and even still it's hard for me to perform it. But let's take a look at it. It is +7 meter burn, by the way, so if they block it, wait. Yeah, block advantage is +7. So already that's pretty useful. Alright. So, of course you can combo into it. Do that. So let's break that down real quick. So basically I can do 1-1, down back 1. Really basic. Down back 1? Yeah, down back 1. 1-1, down back 1, meter burn, and then just hit back 3. And that's really simple. Just to get familiar with using this move. Boom. And then you'd probably go into like your back forward 1, your blood charge. But this move, I think it's pretty straightforward. Something to note, again, when fighting a zoning character, you can get them from way over there and brings them closer to you. If you have Dexstar, you can do some shenanigans off of that. I don't think you can get that off of there, but yeah, so you couldn't do that. But you could do something like that, or let me see here. I'm trying to remember how I would do it. Okay. I think it's back. Yeah. Okay. So you could, it would cost you 2 meters, but you could get into a combo and do something like that off that Blood NATO. Or if you don't have Dexstar out, make it safe, or meter burn it, then go into your combo, and with that, pretty good damage. It's a very useful move, very not safe, so you don't want to do it too close. And there's not really a reason to do it super close, because he has so many advancing strings that you probably could, with the aid of Dexstar, do some nonsense. But you do have to time it properly. I try to do it when you get to the peak, and then you can combo off of that. So when you get to the peak, then you want to press circle. Again, keep in mind that Dexstar does work independently, so it doesn't matter what animation you're in. And let me bring him out. Doesn't matter what animation use guys is in. Dexstar is still going to do his animation, or he's going to do his character traits. So you can be in an attack, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like, it's not like you're canceling anything. And so he works independently for the most part. I don't know about his other moves, but I know his Dexstar ball or whatever does work independently. So Blood NATO, very useful tool, very not safe on its own. You can use it from a very far range, great for zoning characters, and it combos well with Dexstar. So there's a lot of things to process with that. But basically, it's a useful tool for helping to get in, considering he doesn't have any actual long-range moves outside of Dexstar. So we have that. Let me check my notes to make sure there's nothing else I missed. Yeah, the meter burn version. Yeah, and it's something to mention that it is a combo extender, so you can like do it in a combo. Or if you have Dexstar, do the same thing pretty much. So, you know, you use it in combos, it's very powerful. It's very powerful from far away and from close if you're in a combo. Next move, his Blood Vomit, and as we mentioned before, it does do a DOT, damage over time. The meter burn version does it from farther away. So, also, still very good. It does advance him just a little bit as well, if you look at that. So that is a good tool for pressuring people in the corner, I would say. If you're doing a combo and like you're really far away, you think you're gonna do something, you can back up a little bit, meter burn it. Whoops. So already it's a very useful tool. Something else to note is that it is safe on block, I believe. At least the meter burn version is. Yeah, it's -4 on hit. Or on block. -1 for the meter burn version. So this is a move that I think could be used to make unsafe string safe. So let's look at one of his combo strings that is unsafe. So Simple Betrayal. We look at this combo, and I'll keep it basic, but you see it's -8. A lot of characters have, I think the fastest attack is a 6-frame, like crouching jab. So characters can punish this move depending on it. Let's just use it hypothetically. If it wasn't spaced too far out, you're doing it point blank range, it's unsafe. You already know if you look at on the bottom right of the frame data, it's cancelable. You have 15 frames to cancel this into something else. So let's say I buffer my 1-1-2. Okay, it's a low, so that's also good. Let me look at this. Okay, this is a bad combo to do this on, because if they're... No, I'm going to pick one more because I don't want to create a bad habit for you guys. The reason, I'll explain why I don't want to use this combo, and that's because it ends in a low. And so if a person is blocking this, they're blocking it low, which means that this right here is a high attack, and they're already going to be crouching, so you're actually going to screw yourself over, because they're going to... It's not going to be a block advantage, because they're going to... It's going to miss them all together, and then they can whiff punish you, knock you up, do some crazy shit, get some high damage from that move. So I don't want to do that combo. I want to do one that ends in a not low, but it's still cancelable. So let's find an unsafe string. Okay, so this is a mid. Let's clear it all out. This is a mid. So that's unsafe. Let's say... And it's still... Yeah, there's plenty of time to hit confirm that. So let's put him on... random combo? Yeah, so let's say, you know, he blocks it. And we do know that Blood Tornado is a low. So that already is a mix-up game, because you have special moves that you could mix up. Kind of. So you do this move, you notice he blocks it, and instead of... You know what, I'm just going to turn him on block, because I can't trust a random. So he blocks it. You can make it safe, or that has a little bit more pushback and you have a little bit more range, so that gives you the ability to do some more of your advancing strings. So this goes back to my first video where you buffer your moves. You can do it so early that you can pay attention to hit confirming. So you know, if he doesn't block it, or he blocks the standing, you know, as he stays up standing, you have the option of either making it safe or doing the low and hoping that it hits him. And if you have Dexstar out, that could turn into some big damage, or if you have a couple of bars of meter, again, that could turn into some big damage. So once you get down the execution, and you know, you practice this and maybe turn on random and go to a stage that doesn't have stage transitions, by the way, I recommend doing that. You can start to develop a little bit of a strategy here. I think, because you have the save string, so you start paying attention early on. I recommend paying attention to hit confirming. That's my thoughts on it. If you disagree, let me know. But it's simple, you know, and you want to get your muscle memory down. I personally think that if you're going to commit to this move, anyway, do it as fast as you can. You know, look at my inputs. Again, both those buttons were out before the first animation finished. I have plenty of time to hit confirm that second hit and figure out if I want to go for the Bloodnado or for the Napalm Vomit. So, plenty of time. And then when, again, something to pay attention to that I want to really hammer down on is understanding how this frame data box works. You have 16 frames until you have a 16 frame window of time to cancel into your special or into again, you could meter burn, do something like that. It's an overhead. So if you start, you know, if you want to mix it up a little bit with your Bloodnado, you don't want to make it safe, you think you might make it safe, or they think that you're going to do the Bloodnado and block low, you bring out the meter burn overhead. So again, you have three options. That costs some resources, but that turns into big damage. So, you know, you gain meter pretty fast, and it's worth the gamble, in my opinion, if you strategize correctly. So, oh, whoops, you have a 30 frame window, or excuse me, not a 16 frame, but with you doing the Instrument of Vengeance, you have a 30 frame window. So that's a half a second. That's a half a second of time that you can cancel into that. That's a long window of time. So unless you have like really slow reflexes, I'm sorry, but you should be able to hit confirm. So you have multiple options, or you can even like mess them up with that. You should have one hit of armor if you meter burn it, I believe. I know if you do it this way, raw, you do, but I'm not sure in a combo. I'm gonna assume yes, but if I had another person with me, I would test it out. So that, in a nutshell, is the usefulness, in my opinion, of the Napalm Vomit. The Napalm Up Vomit, the best I can see that is an anti-air. It doesn't really hit too well. It hits high. I would assume it's only, although that one is advancing and it comes out faster. I would assume. No, it doesn't come out faster. It comes out 8 frames. They're both unsafe, so there's no reason to use it as a block string. I want to say, let's see here. Let's test this out. I would assume that this causes a juggle state. Let's bring out Dexstar. Yeah. I could combo off of that, for sure. I don't think I can get that out, though. But... ooh, big money. So you see where I'm going here. I'm experimenting. Oh, okay. Alright, bro. Oh, Dexstar, you failed me here, bro. I'm not sure if I can aim his shots. I don't think I can. So there's some options that you can do here, and you can convert this into some damage. By myself, I don't think I can do much. Oh, I lied. The meter burn version, you can combo off of that. So, for 3 meter, you could get some... how do I do this? Let me look at the recovery on this. Oh, I got an idea. So you can, in theory, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but the up Napalm Vomit, you can cancel that and turn that into some damage. So that's a useful anti-air. You can get some big damage off of that if you choose to go and train and practice the execution. So let's move on to Life Drain. That's his last move. And this actually, I just learned this before I got onto recording. There's a really useful feature in that, and I'll get to that in just a second, but let's just take a look at the basic use of it. So it's down back 3. As you can see, it does a damage over time if you're close to them, and then some weird stuff just happened to where I started glowing. Oh, did you see that? Hold on, we just learned something new here. If I stand close enough to him for a long time, I get some health back. You see that? Plus 100 health. So that's something to take note of. I doubt every single time that you use it you're going to, you know... But it does work what it's all about. And let's see here, recovery 38, startup 13 frames. That's something to take note of. Also, if for whatever reason, it is something you can cancel into. So you can do it from close range and kind of do it safe. If you do the right combos at the right range. So you want to kind of do it on the ones that knock them down or something, or make it safe with Dexstar, but you can cancel into it. That's just something that, you know, if you really get into playing him, you can use that. Let's look at his meter burn. It's down, down, R2, meter burn. And if you look at the notes, it says press down, down, meter burn. Once enough blood has been drained and Atrocitus starts to pulsate. So you have the visual cue, but you also know the visual cue is based off of something that's happening. So it only works, you only start to pulsate once he gets enough blood. So 20, 25. So I would say about 25, about 27 HP, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5 pulsates pretty much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25. 25 plus another 90 plus another 20. So that's 150. So yeah, so the 5 pulsates, you can kind of listen to it audio-wise if you see it, or just look at the pulsating. So now we have that. So let's look at it. Down, down, meter burn. What the hell was that? Something very, very cool, and something that I messed with a little bit. But you can combo into this. I don't know what. Oh shit! So you can do some good stuff with that. That's very, very useful. A little more advanced, but you can do some stuff with that. I can't cancel out of that, I guess. But as you can see, very useful move. Haven't quite figured out the timing of it and everything yet, but you can combo off of it. You can do some stuff. Ooh. Too early. So, but nonetheless, you see this move, the damage over time, like AoE sort of move. Once you get to about 25 HP taken away of the enemy, then you can either meter burn it to do some stuff, or I guess once it's over, regardless, once it's done, it heals you? Let me see. Once it's done, bam, 40 HP. So it heals once it's over. So I would be using this regularly, because that makes him scary. Because he's kind of scary far range. He doesn't have a lot of options, but that is very useful. Oh, okay. So you can, as you can see, I did it from full screen. I think it was like 2 dashes, maybe 1 dash. He has a really wide dash. So let me see here. Yeah. So I would do something like that. Ooh, or that brings him closer to you too. So he has some really good tools. The last thing, I guess, is this right here. Doesn't have great range. You have to do it from close to the enemy. I'm sure there's some combos that you can combo. I want to cancel that. I'm gonna try to find at least one simple combo that you can cancel this from. Ooh, so cool, so cool. So let's see here. 1, 2, boom, that combos. That combo. So it combos into stuff pretty easily if you want to do that route. But yeah, just want to do a simple breakdown. I think that's been my time. I forgot to put my timer on, but I think I started around 10:40. So I'm gonna hop off of here and get some more work done. But thanks for stopping by, Roach. I'll catch you later if you're still around. Maybe get some practice games in. But until then, if you like this video, press the like button, leave some comments down below letting me know what I can convert some of this into, get the conversation going down below. If you want to see more videos like this or interviews where I interview members of the FGC, hop in and hit that subscribe button. So thanks, and I'll catch you next time.